Okay, right now let's try to study these different types of variation on a given situation. So, situation one, given in front of you, Mang Steve posted a price table of his apples inside his Apple store. He decided to have a fixed price for each apple. The table of prices are shown below. So, ito yung table niya. So, ang ibig sabihin niyan, sa dalawang apples, ang presyo niya is total cost nakapeso siya, so 40 pesos. So for 5 apples, 100 pesos. For 10 apples naman, 200 pesos. So let's try to answer the following question as we go on these types of variation. Now, kung titignan mo dito pa lang sa given table, kahit hindi siya kumpleto, kung mapapansin no, habang dumadami yung apples, yung cost niya tumataas din. So, this is an example of a direct variation. So, ayan lang ulit yung definition niya sa taas. Although, the quantity is defined as x and y na. As x increases, y also increases. As x decreases, y also decreases. So, in this case, parang ito yung x natin, and then ito yung y natin. So, although they are defined by the variables n and c. So, ganyan tayo pagdating sa variation. Pwedeng hindi x and y yung gagamitin na variables. Now, as we continue, let's try to answer this first question. What is the fixed price of one apple? So, in Tagalog, magkano daw yung isang apple? So, let's just study the table and try to answer this one. Kung titignan mo, sa dalawang apple, 40 pesos. Sa lima, 100. Ngayon, dun na lang tayo tumingin sa 40 pesos sa dalawa. So, from there, you can already think that the value of one apple or the amount for one apple would be 20 pesos. Bakit? Kasi dalawa 40. Ibig sabihin sa isa, 20 pesos. So, paano natin nasagutan yon? So, ang sagot natin dito is 20 pesos for the fixed price. So, isang formula na pwede natin ginawa para ma-solve yun is we just divide C over N. Ano nga ulit yung C? Yun yung total cost. And yung N naman is yung number of apples. We just divided 40 over 2 or 40 divided by 2 and we got 20 pesos. And since this one is a fixed price for the apples, kahit i-divide natin yung pangalawa dun sa table, yung 100 tsaka yung 5, if we divide 100 divided by 5, that's also equal to 20. At the same time, 200 divided by 10 is also equal to 20 kasi nga yan yung fixed price natin. And when it comes to direct variation, ito yung sinasabi kanina sa statement na hindi natin diniscuss dun sa unang discussion. So the ratio between them is constant or the same for all given values of the variable. So ito yung given variables natin, n and c. Now, yung sinasabi niyang ratio is just the ratio of the total cost and the number of apples. That's defined as C over N. Kapag daw dinivide natin yung C sa N sa lahat ng values dun sa table, it will still be the same and that is what we call a constant variable K. Yan si 20 ang tawag dyan, siya si K. Yan yung constant natin. And the real name of that is what we call the constant of variation. So, paano nga ulit natin na-compute yung 20 na to? Ang dinivide natin si C kay N. So, once again, yung C natin kanina, we defined it as Y and yung N natin as X. That's why on this general formula for the constant of variation, our constant can be computed by dividing Y over X. So, saan nanggaling yung K natin? We just divide C over N. That's how we computed for the value of our constant of variation, which is equal to 20. So, kapag nag-proceed pa tayo ng lesson about solving direct variation and other types of variation, napaka-importante niya ni constant of variation. Now, as we continue, let's try to answer this one. How much is the total cost of 15 apples? So, kung titignan nyo, blanco nga naman si 15 dito. Magkano siya? So, naisip mo ba kung magkano? Yan. Kung na-solve mo sa sarili mo or nahulaan mo, nakita mo sa pattern, then you guess that or you were able to solve that this one is equivalent to 300 pesos, tama yung ginawa mong pag-solve. Or kung nanghula ka, tama yung hula mo dun sa pattern. So, ang tanong na lang, bakit siya naging 300 pesos? 'Di ba? So, let's try to answer this second question or second statement. Construct a mathematical formula in solving for the total cost. So, pwede tayo gumawa ng formula using variable C and N for us to identify the total cost na ang given lang sa atin is yung number of apples. So, anong gagawin natin? Malamang ito lang din yung ginawa mo para ma-solve mo yung 300 na yan. So, since we have 15 apples, syempre, ang isang apple is 20 pesos. So, multiply mo lang 15 times 20, di ba? So, you just multiplied 15 times 20 and that's equivalent to 300 pesos. Kaya mo siya nakuha, 300 pesos. Ngayon, kung magko-construct tayo ng formula coming from that 15 and 20, ayusin natin. So, you just multiply that 20, which is the value, and then ito yung 15, ito yung number of apples. Since the number of apples is represented as the variable n, so lagay natin dyan yung n. Then, copying ko kasi yung 20, hindi naman nagbabago yan. Fixed na yan. So, 20n. That's the formula on how you will compute for the total cost. Since the total cost is C, we write it as C is equal to 20n. So, pwede mo na ngayon malaman kung magkano yung any number of apples given that this is the formula. So, kapag dalawa yung apples natin, so gawin mo lang 2 yung n. 2 times 20, ayun, 40. Kapag 5, 5 times 20, 100. So, meron ka ng formula. Now, what do we call that formula when it comes to direct variation? So, that formula is what we call the equation of variation. So, ito yung exercise natin mamaya. We will try to somehow interpret using these statements y varies directly to x, or sometimes ang statement natin will be y is directly proportional to x. So, we interpret it as y is equal to kx. So, in this case, kamukha siya nung binigay natin. Although, since yung c natin ay y and yung n natin ay x, napalitan lang siya. And once again, as we described a while ago, 20 is our k, or our constant of variation. So in this case, dito sa given situation natin, ang equation of variation natin can be described as the total cost C varies directly to the number of apples N. So, parang ganito lang din siya, pero yung C natin yung Y and yung N natin yung X dito sa equation of variation. Now, from there, we can just do the same thing, Y is equal to KX, pero papalitan natin yung Y tsaka yung X nung sa given situation natin. So, in this case, yan, C varies directly to N. It is described in the equation C is equal to Kn. So, that's how we interpret an equation of variation when it comes to direct variation. So, para ma-practice natin kung paano gumawa ng equation of variation with a given k as our constant of variation, let's try to have an exercise. So, you try. So, write an equation of the following statement using k as the constant of variation. Just to give you an example, kapag direct variation, ito mostly yung statement na makikita nyo. Magbabago lang yung variables na y tsaka yung x, at minsan nadadagdagan lang siya ng application in real life. So, for example, you're given with y varies directly to x, you will interpret it as y is equal to kx. Huwag niyong kakalimutan na present palagi si constant of variation k. The same time, ganun din yung interpretation kahit ang ginamit na word is directly proportional. Kasi nga 'di ba yung isa pang name ni direct variation is direct proportion. Now, so let's have this number 1. Yan, how would we interpret this using an equation? The distance d traveled by a car varies directly as its speed. So ang technique diyan ganito. Hanapin mo muna yung unang quantity. So yung unang quantity natin is the distance, and it is described by the variable d. So, kuhain mo yung D na yan. Then, after that, kuhain mo yung pangalawang quantity na nagva-vary or varies directly. So, in this case, ang pangalawang quantity natin is the speed. Then, kuhain mo yung S. So, that is the variable for the speed. Then, gayahin mo lang to. Since they varies directly, so you will just copy y is equal to kx, but you will just change y to d, then equal to k, then copy. So, since x yan, yung pangalawang variable natin is s, this equal to ks. So, tingnan natin kung tama yung sagot natin. 'di ba? So, palaging ganyan kapag gumagawa ka ng equation of variation. So, try tayo ng isa pang example. The length L of a person's shadow at a given time varies directly as the height h of the person. So, once again, you will see the word varies directly. So, nakita natin yan sa 1 tsaka sa number 2. So, lagi mong titignan na kasi pwede itong inversely. Mamaya may iba tayong example na inverse variation naman. Pero, always look at the type of variation. Since this one is varies directly, so ang gagawin natin, look for the first quantity. In this case, ang unang quantity natin ay L or the length. And then yung the second quantity natin is yung height naman. It is described as H. So once again, sasagutan natin siya. Parang y is equal to kx lang, papalitan natin yung y tsaka yung x. Yung unang quantity is L, so this will be L is equal to, lagay mo yung constant of variation k, then lagay mo yung pangalawang quantity which is the height. So this given statement will have an equation that is L is equal to kh. Tignan natin kung tama yung sagot natin. Tama, di ba? So, let's have another last example. So, the given is the area A of a square is directly proportional as its side S. Now, in this case, hindi siya varies directly yung ginamit. Ang ginamit is directly proportional. So, walang problema kasi sabi ko nga dito sa taas, parehas lang yung ibig sabihin ng varies directly at directly proportional. So, una, kuhain mo yung unang quantity, that is the area. Then, kuhain mo yung variable niya, A. Then, the second quantity is the side. So, kuhain natin yung variable niya, S. Then, after that, let's construct the equation by having A will be equal to K, then S. Magkatabi yan. So, ibig sabihin yan, A is equal to K times S or KS. So, tingnan natin kung tama yung sagot natin. Tama.